Thing number 2 this morning. Looks like they could be back. The return of meme stocks, that is. We're watching GameStop in particular this morning, and that's after the chairman, Ryan Cohen, revealed in a filing that he had bought another 100,000 shares of the company. That means he now owns 11.9% of GameStop. He bought it through his investment company, RC Ventures, and the range at which he bought it, $96.81 to $108.82. And it's interesting, Brian, I was looking at the other top individual holders. Now, you have various sort of the vanguards of the world, right, that hold GameStop if it's in various indices, ETFs, et cetera. But then you have individual holders. And you see here on this list, these folks are mostly either current board members, I believe John C. Broderick is on the board, or former employees of the company like George Sherman, who was the CEO, Chris Homeister, who was a merchandising executive, and Daniel DiMatteo, who was, I believe, was a co-founder of the company. So it's just interesting here, Saz, that you've got these kinds of individual holders. You don't necessarily tend to see that at a lot of companies, that they're sort of high up on that holder list.
Oh, pour one out for George Sherman. I remember his leadership as CEO of GameStop. He really got a raw deal in here. I really just got the boot as soon as Cohen essentially took over the boardroom. And nonetheless, well, why is Ryan Cohen, in fact, doing this? He put out a tweet last night after this saying he puts his money where his mouth is. And he is doing this, I think, Julie, because ever since he disclosed that Bed Bath & Beyond stake on March 7th, GameStop shares at that time, Julie, were $115. By March 14th, GameStop shares intraday hit a low of $77.58. The read was perhaps Cohen is losing a little less, has a little less enthusiasm from GameStop. Perhaps he's going to devote more of his time to trying to turn around Bed Bath & Beyond and push an activist campaign there as well. So Cohen coming out here today and saying, hey, I think that I still have confidence in what I'm doing at GameStop, and I am, in fact, going to put my money where my mouth is here. And you're seeing the shares up as a result.
So the shares are up this morning, but we should mention as well, we saw a huge surge in GameStop yesterday. And take a look at the Yahoo Finance Interactive, because it wasn't just GameStop. Something happened yesterday. Something was in the water. Who knows if someone found out that this filing was going to come out, or if there was just sort of this coordinated effort among the meme stock and retail stock traders to come back into this market. But this was the trade yesterday in the meme stocks. That is a lot of green, ladies and gentlemen. And it wasn't just GameStop, which you see at the upper left of your screen. It was up 31%. It was stocks like Costs. You remember Costs?
I do. I don't want to remember it.
That was yesterday. And you look, it was up 29% yesterday, even though it's definitely off its highs of what we had seen it. AMC was up 15% yesterday, although you're looking at that year-to-date chart, which remains ugly. The one-year chart, AMC is still positive. So basically, the long list of stocks that have gotten memed were on here, right? So it's been an interesting time. And then I'm going to switch it on over and take a look at the pre-market here this morning, because a lot of these stocks, not all of them, not as many, but a lot of them are still trading higher this morning, GameStop among them, Saz.
Yeah, it's just amazing to see these volumes tick up. And Julie, I spent some time in wading through the muck that is the Reddit field for AMC and GameStop. And there's been a lot of positive chatter on both names over the past 24 hours. But I will say this. Over the weekend, I went into a GameStop by my house next to a gym. It's such a dreadful experience. This store has not changed since I was a teenager. It's so depressing, and shows up on GameStop's financial results where they're barely investing in their stores. $62 million in CapEx last year. That's embarrassing.
Did you pick yourself up a Super Mario Brothers cassette?
No, I had nothing to buy, but you know what? Maybe I'm just saving my money to spend it on the GameStop NFT marketplace. I know the Bulls are very excited about that. Still don't know what that is.
We'll find out eventually once they actually come out with it.